Hi, I'm John with Orange ModWorks, and I'm proud to introduce the Cybertek Corp line of blasters. We have the M1 and the R1. So this is a project that we've been in the design phases of for roughly 3 years. That's building the world that these blasters come from and setting the stage that keeps our design philosophy consistent. So what we're going for here is that these are in a futuristic sort of world where modding and tweaking blasters is part of the culture there, and we combined older technology with newer technology, and sort of all of these things set the theme that keeps our design philosophies grounded. And that's where we get this aesthetic and this functionality. So let's start off with the R1. This is your general purpose multi-role carbine, and it is a electric AEG blaster, semi-automatic, 15 rounds. It fires around 120 feet per second at around 4 rounds per second, being semi-auto. So one pull of the trigger, 1 round. The M1 is a fully automatic compact blaster that fires 8 rounds per second and has a 25 round magazine capacity. The muzzle velocity is going to be around 100 feet per second. So these two blasters have completely different use cases behind them. The R1 is more of your general purpose blaster. You're going to be taking semi-automatic aimed shots with this. The M1 is more of your run and gun type. It's one-handed. It's not designed to be shouldered. It's designed to point and shoot. So your quick firing and CQB type applications. So both these blasters have a full electronic suite on board, and in that suite is a shot counter, and it keeps track of your magazine capacity. So when you insert a magazine, it will display the number of rounds. As you fire, it'll count down those rounds. When you change magazines, let's say you don't fully empty your magazine, you have a chance for a tactical reload. You pull out your partially used magazine, throw it in a pouch, insert a new magazine, it will display that the new magazine is full. Say you empty that new magazine, but you need the spare rounds from your previous one, you go back, and it remembers exactly where it left off. So I've given you the specs and the fire rate and velocity for these blasters, and I know what you're thinking. Can they be tweaked? Can it go harder? And the answer is yes. The motors in their current configuration are putting out about 70% of their maximum power. So there's room to sort of pump those numbers up. Now I have to say, take caution. We will not be held responsible for damaging or destroying the blasters if you want to tweak them. It's an AEG, the parts are very massive. There's a lot of violent action going on when the system reciprocates. So if you want to open it up and tweak it, make sure that you pad the appropriate areas and that you take steps not to damage the internals. In the future, we will be releasing a interface panel that will allow you to change the LED, the LCD stuff, and mess with the motor speed controller. But that is for advanced users, and do not damage the blaster. You need to do your research on that. We did not create mod kits for this system. That would have required us to sort of put a roadmap in place from the inception. It's like, this is the blaster in its stock form, we're going to make a kit and sort of follow this path. We didn't do any of that. We put it out there with limited capabilities from the factory, and the community can just spearhead that modding effort. All right, when you purchase one of these, the package includes, of course, the blaster, 2 magazines, 30 darts for the R1 and 60 darts for the M1, and the battery. If you pre-order now on our website, you'll be getting special edition versions of these blasters. The limited edition pink, limited white, and the standard yellow will all be available in the special edition configuration. Those blasters will have a red metal trigger, special transparent magazine, flashlight, the unique special edition color scheme, and unique UI on the LCD display. The Cybertek Corp blasters are part of our hit sensing ecosystem. We plan on launching the hit sensing system on Kickstarter in March next year, and that will include a vest that has the many connectivity and gaming features, different modes, all user configurable. The standard edition of the blasters will be available at a discounted price at that time on Kickstarter, and if you already have the blasters, the vest will be available separately for sale. All right, I just wanted to thank everybody for your support throughout the years. I know we've been kind of missing in action for the past year or two, but we've been working very hard on this project during that time. And with this pre-order, we're hoping to get a jump start on our production and development, work out all the kinks. We have the basically pre-alpha prototypes here ready to go. And with this pre-order, we plan on finishing the development of the blaster, working all of that out, and getting ahead of the production schedule. So by the time Kickstarter is launching, these blasters will be essentially ready to go. So just want to thank everybody for your support through all of this, all the thick and thin in the community, and thanks for watching. So I wanted to make it clear that these blasters are not reliant on the Kickstarter campaign. They will launch. The Kickstarter is mostly focusing on the hit reading vest system and all of the tracking hardware. The regular edition blasters will also be available through the Kickstarter campaign at a reduced price, but they are not reliant on the success of the campaign to be launched. The blasters will be launched regardless. So I know Orange ModWorks has showcased and shown off a lot of projects that we never actually produced, like the CB1 Retaliator shell and our 25-round magazine. Those were all learning experience for us as a company as we are figuring out what we can and cannot produce. But having gone through those processes of creating those earlier prototypes, it's really helped us create the Cybertek systems and actually get to the stage where we're currently able to produce them. So in the future, we hope to be more transparent about our projects and take more community feedback when we are showing what we can and can't make and what projects will actually be produced. So thank you for bearing with us, and in the future, we hope to bring some really great stuff to the community.